in the forgotten hamlet of Eldritch Haven, where twisted branches cast eerie silhouettes against the mist-draped landscape. A spectral whisper circulated about a clan of vampiric entities. These nocturnal beings were said to emerge from the cryptic depths of the Whispering Woods, their eyes gleaming with an otherworldly luminescence that spoke of centuries steeped in malevolence. Local folklore warned against straying into the haunting embrace of the Whispering Woods after nightfall. The villagers spoke of encounters with these vampiric enigmas, figures draped in shadows, moving with an uncanny grace through the veil of darkness. The air bore the weight of a silent terror, punctuated only by the distant howls of unseen creatures and the unsettling rustle of unseen movements. One fateful evening, a daring soul named Lysandra dared to defy the unspoken prohibition. Guided by an inexplicable compulsion, she ventured into the heart of the Whispering Woods, her footsteps muffled by the thick carpet of fallen leaves. The moon hung low, casting an ethereal glow upon the gnarled branches overhead. As Lysandra delved deeper into the haunted enclave, a disquieting stillness enveloped her, and the air grew thick with an intangible malevolence. It was then that she felt the gaze unseen eyes fixated upon her every step. The moonlit shadows seemed to coalesce, forming sinuous shapes that slithered through the underbrush. A chilling breeze carried a soft murmur, a haunting symphony of whispered promises and sinister secrets. Lysandra's heart quickened as the shadows closed in, and the ancient curse of Eldritch Haven seemed poised to reveal its darkest secrets. Lysandra's breath hitched in her throat as the forest's nocturnal symphony intensified. The trees whispered ancient tales, their gnarled branches seemingly reaching out to intertwine with the shadows. She pressed forward, drawn by an invisible force that seemed to guide her deeper into the heart of the Whispering Woods. As she traversed the ethereal maze of twisted trees and spectral moonlight, the shadows seemed to thicken, coalescing into indistinct forms that moved with an otherworldly rhythm. Lysandra's senses tingled with a mix of fear and fascination, her every step a dance between trepidation and the allure of the unknown. The air grew colder, and an ominous mist slithered along the forest floor, obscuring the path behind her. Lysandra's heartbeat echoed in her ears, drowning out the nocturnal sounds of the woods. Unseen eyes followed her every move, and a sense of being watched by entities unseen settled upon her like a suffocating shroud. Suddenly, the woods erupted in a haunting chorus of disembodied whispers. The ancient language of the vampiric coven resonated through the trees, a symphony of words that both seduced and terrified. Lysandra strained to comprehend the enigmatic verses, her mind grappling with the eldritch power embedded in the very fabric of the Whispering Woods. The shadows, once formless, began to take shape, figures that slinked through the darkness with a feline grace, their eyes, crimson orbs that mirrored the very essence of the forbidden, fixated on Lysandra with an inscrutable intensity. The leader of the vampiric assembly emerged, his presence commanding the air itself, his voice, a melodic blend of ancient wisdom and malevolent allure, pierced through the silence. Lysandra, seeker of the forbidden, trespasser in the realm of shadows, what compels you to our sanctum? Frozen in both fear and fascination, Lysandra stammered. I seek answers, ancient ones, secrets buried in the marrow of this haunted land. A sinister smile crept across the leader's face, revealing elongated fangs that glistened in the moonlight. Answers come at a cost, mortal. Your curiosity has led you to our doorstep, and the toll must be paid. With a languid gesture, the vampiric leader beckoned Lysandra closer. The shadows enveloped her, their touch both chilling and strangely intimate. As she approached, the whispers intensified, weaving a tapestry of forgotten lore and forbidden knowledge. In that surreal moment, Lysandra found herself teetering on the precipice between the mortal realm and a supernatural abyss. The vampiric enclave held the key to ancient mysteries, and as the whispers wrapped around her, the line between curiosity and compulsion blurred. The forest pulsed with an eerie energy, and Lysandra stood on the verge of unlocking the cryptic secrets that lay hidden in the heart of Eldritch Haven. The vampiric leader's eyes bore into Lysandra's soul, a hypnotic gaze that seemed to strip away the layers of her humanity. In that ethereal realm between moonlight and shadow, she felt a profound connection to something ancient and primal. The whispers became a rhythmic chant, guiding her through a dance with the supernatural. As Lysandra succumbed to the enchantment, the vampiric coven encircled her, their movements synchronized with an otherworldly grace. The forest itself seemed to respond, the trees swaying in an unholy communion with the creatures that dwelled within. The very air pulsated with an energy both intoxicating and ominous. The leader extended a hand, fingers adorned with arcane symbols that glowed with an unholy radiance. Lysandra hesitated, her instincts warring with the magnetic pull of the vampiric ritual. With a silent acknowledgement, she placed her hand in his, and a surge of ancient power coursed through her veins. The forest, once a mere backdrop, transformed into a living tapestry of memories. Lysandra witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, the eons unfolding before her in a kaleidoscope of images. The vampiric leader guided her through the collective consciousness of the coven, revealing the intertwined destinies that bound them to the Whispering Woods. Amidst the visions, Lysandra glimpsed the origins of the vampiric curse that had plagued Eldritch Haven for centuries, a tragic tale of forbidden love, betrayal, and an insatiable thirst for immortality unfolded before her eyes. The very fabric of reality seemed to warp as the echoes of the past reverberated through the present. As the ritual reached its crescendo, Lysandra's perception blurred between the mortal and the supernatural. The whispers grew louder, merging with her own heartbeat in a haunting symphony. The boundaries between self and other dissolved, and she became a vessel for the ancient knowledge coursing through the vampiric conduit. Yet, in the midst of this arcane communion, a discordant note echoed. A distant, malevolent force lurked on the fringes of the ritual, its presence a jarring counterpoint to the vampiric harmony. The coven, momentarily disrupted, turned their collective gaze toward the unseen threat. A figure emerged from the shadows' rival faction, clad in darkness and wielding a power that resonated with primal chaos. The leader of this opposing force, his eyes ablaze with an unholy fire, locked gazes with Lysandra. A silent understanding passed between them, and the Whispering Woods trembled with the weight of a looming confrontation. The vampiric coven, their ancient power momentarily fractured, faced a perilous choice. Lysandra, caught in the crossfire between rival forces, held the key to either salvation or damnation for Eldritch Haven. As the echoes of the past and the shadows of the present converged, the fate of the haunted hamlet hung in a delicate balance, teetering on the precipice of an abyss both ancient and infinite. The tension in the Whispering Woods thickened as the rival factions confronted each other in a spectral standoff. Lysandra, still entwined in the vampiric ritual, felt the ebb and flow of power around her, a volatile energy that crackled in the air. The forest, once a haven for the supernatural, now bore witness to a cosmic struggle that transcended the boundaries of time. The vampiric leader, his gaze never leaving the rival faction, spoke with a voice that resonated through the very essence of Eldritch Haven. Uninvited interlopers, agents of chaos. You dare disrupt the delicate balance we have woven through the ages, the opposing leader, shrouded in shadows, retorted with a sinister laugh. Balance is an illusion, a feeble attempt to stave off the inevitable. We come not to disrupt, but to reclaim what is rightfully ours, the power that pulses through this cursed land. The Whispering Woods seemed to amplify their words, the echoes reverberating with a cosmic gravity. Lysandra, caught between these ancient adversaries, sensed the precariousness of her role in the unfolding drama. The vampiric coven, still tethered to her through the ritual, awaited her next move with expectant eyes. As if guided by an unseen force, Lysandra stepped forward, her voice carrying a resonance that transcended the mortal realm. Ancient entities, locked in a dance that spans the epochs. I am but a vessel, a seeker of truth caught in the currents of your eternal struggle. Tell me, what is the destiny that binds you? And what role do I play in this cosmic tapestry? The rival faction regarded her with a mix of curiosity and suspicion, while the vampiric leader acknowledged her words with a nod. You are the key, Lysandra, the bridge between the realms of light and shadow. The ritual has revealed the tangled threads of fate woven around you. Your choices will shape the destiny of Eldritch Haven. As the words hung in the air, a surge of energy coursed through Lysandra, awakening a dormant power within her. The very fabric of reality seemed malleable, responding to the whispers of the ancient forces vying for control. The Whispering Woods pulsed with an intensity that bordered on the surreal. A voice, not belonging to either faction, resonated from the heart of the forest. The time has come for a reckoning. Eldritch Haven teeters on the brink, and the choices made within this enchanted realm will echo through the ages. With those words, a rift manifested in the very air, a tear in the fabric of reality that revealed glimpses of otherworldly landscapes beyond. The rival factions, their focus momentarily diverted, turned their attention to the rift. Sensing a power that transcended their ancient feud, Lysandra, now standing at the nexus of cosmic forces, faced a decision that would echo through the corridors of time. The Vampiric Coven and the rival faction awaited her choice, their destinies entwined with hers in a dance of shadows and light. As the rift beckoned, Eldritch Haven hung in the balance, a fragile sanctuary caught between the machinations of entities both ancient and inscrutable. Lysandra, feeling the weight of destiny upon her shoulders, surveyed the enigmatic rift before her. The competing forces, momentarily in a tense truce, awaited her decision with bated breath. The Whispering Woods seemed to hold its breath as well, as if nature itself recognized the pivotal moment unfolding. In a voice resonating with newfound conviction, Lysandra spoke. The past may be etched in shadows, but the future is not bound by the same chains. Eldritch Haven deserves a fate untethered from the strife that has plagued it for centuries. I choose a path of unity, of transcending the ancient vendettas that have ensnared both factions. The rift responded, pulsating with a harmonious glow that merged the disparate energies of the Vampiric Coven and the rival faction. Threads of light and shadow intertwined, weaving a tapestry of reconciliation that shimmered in the moonlit air. The Whispering Woods sighed, as if relieved by the promise of a new era. The rival faction, their leader's visage softened by the unexpected turn of events, acknowledged Lysandra's choice. The cycles of discord are broken. May Eldritch Haven find solace in the unity forged this night. The vampiric leader, his stoic demeanor giving way to a rare smile, added, "Mortal, you have proven that the current need not be enslaved to the past. The Whispering Woods shall carry the echoes of your choice through the ages." As the rift closed, sealing the unity of opposing forces, the very essence of Eldritch Haven shifted. The forest, once haunted by the specter of ancient feuds, embraced newfound tranquility. The shadows, instead of concealing malevolence, became a canvas for the interplay of light and darkness, a reflection of the delicate balance Lysandra had dared to forge. The Vampiric Coven and the rival faction, once locked in a perpetual struggle, now coexisted in the transformed haven. Eldritch Haven, freed from the shackles of its cursed past, radiated a subtle magic and energy that whispered tales of unity to those who dared to listen. Yet, as the moon cast its silvery glow over the Whispering Woods, Lysandra felt a lingering undercurrent of mystery. The ancient forces, though appeased, remained enigmatic, their true nature concealed in the shadows that danced between the trees. The tale of Eldritch Haven, now a story of redemption and unity, hinted at an ever-unfolding enigma and eternal dance between light and shadow in the heart of the enchanted woods.